its numbers, and it got like 5 guys over 500, over 300, and then there's like 5 guys below 200. It seems like there's no middle there. Is that kind of half the problem? Is there's no middle ground? There's hitting, but not clutch hitting.
Yeah, I mean, when you've only played 9 conference games, it's not a very large sample size. That's why, numbers, even in our conference play right now, you'll see guys on the other team hitting less than 250 in the 3 and 4 hole. So, I think Gavin Collins is a great example of that. He's fighting his hamate injury, but I think he's the best hitter, or one of the best hitters on our entire club. So, I think he went it last night, hitting 220, 240, something like that. So, what we're trying to do is look at the quality of their swing at that time and see, how productive they are. You can hit 9 line drives in a row and hit 0. That's why small sample sizes just don't necessarily work for those kinds of numbers. And conversely, if somebody's hitting 400, that might not be very accurate either. So we're going to try and put our best guys in the best position to help us offensively.
Is the decision to go with Lucas because of the short week, or you just want to get him out there and pitch?
Yeah, I think Lucas is just, I think he's one of our best 3 guys right now. The other thing we didn't want to do is short rest one of our other guys. We haven't had a ton of success in doing that. And, Lucas has been very competitive for us, so we want him to, we think he deserves this opportunity on Thursday night.
Does that also leave Vance available for any point this weekend now in a relief role?
What we really want to do is see how they respond to left-handed pitching. If you look at their numbers, it's very similar left and right, but we want to see how they swing it in our ballpark against a left-handed pitcher, and I'm sure that'll affect our decision a little bit.
What kind of challenges does a Thursday night game present, from a scouting and perspective, just getting ready for something like that?
Well, one of the challenges is, if you're going to play in Mobile, on a Tuesday night, and your kid's going to get in after an extra inning game at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you probably would not try and schedule that before a Thursday. But that's just where the schedule came out, and the TV schedule comes out long before we schedule, the midweek games, sometimes 2 years in advance. So. And I'm sure South Carolina, very similar thing. I think they were at Citadel, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just one of those things you have to rise to the challenge. And even though your kids are probably a little bit tired, you got to stay on schedule, and you got to, keep competing.
To get off to that great start offensively and finally get things going there, how frustrating was it to give up that lead and eventually lose that game last night?
Well, it was kind of a combination of things. We had an opportunity to make a play at shortstop. It was a double play ball. We didn't. We had a chance to, we have a ball hit pretty hard at us right at second base. We don't make that play. Both those balls are hit right at us, and we don't get an out in either case. In the first 2 innings, that really hurt us. And, I don't think Daniel Daniel Brown was at his best in the first couple innings there. And, so the combination of those things, I was really proud of our offensive guys that were more aggressive and really got the barrel in a good position. I thought the whole game. I thought, again, going back to your point, I thought the best swings we took all night are the innings we didn't score any runs. Reed Humphreys hit the hardest ball I've seen hit this entire year by anybody. He almost knocked the pitcher's glove off his hand, and there's a runner on either second or third base. We're going to score with 2 outs there, and you don't. And he got himself to a good count and just got a great swing off, and Reed's been working so hard on the swing. That's just kind of how the game works. And I thought we had 3 or 4 of those during the course of the game. I thought Collins had one at second, right to the second baseman. We had a ton of balls, line drives hit the outfield. I mean, I felt like easily with a little bit of good fortune, we could have scored 12, 13 runs, but we didn't. And it's just kind of how it worked on that given day. But we could have helped ourselves a lot by just making a couple of plays on the infield. And just not walking people. We walked 8 people, and you just can't do that and have a legitimate chance to win in a high level of baseball.
Will we see Cody Brown on the leadoff spot more and more?
Yeah, I think so. Cody obviously played really well last night, and he really forces the pitcher to throw a ton of pitches, and his 2-strike approach is probably the best on our club. And he's doing what a player who's been here for 3 years is supposed to do. He's supposed to move forward and put some things together, and he has. He's done really well for us.
Is the plan still go with Preston on Friday?
Yeah, we're going to wait and see how they do versus a left-handed pitcher on Thursday, and I think that's the one benefit by starting someone giving him the extra rest and putting our Tuesday guy in the Thursday slot, it gives us an opportunity to kind of see how they respond to that, maybe a little bit